In today's news, we see the BVI Electricity Company automatically disconnecting electricity. Residents are warned to pay bills. We also see prominent businessman Mr. Sinclair Sineto Flemming Sr., also known as Billy, passing away. BVI Athletes soaring on the international stage. In addition to that, Nicoy Hendrickson graduating with his bachelor's degree on the CCT's Dreams Unlimited Scholarship. And across the regional and international scene, we do see earliest tropical storm on record developing in the Eastern Pacific, and CARICOM leaders appointing the first female Secretary General. All that and so much more on today's edition of 284 News. Viewers, welcome back to 284 News. Now, it is Wednesday, May 12th, 2021, a beautiful day here in the British Virgin Islands. My name is Javon Wilson, and it is my pleasure to be delivering your daily dose of 284 News. Now, topping our headlines today, the BVI Electricity Corporation is now informing all customers that they now have remotely disconnecting customers. Customers in arrears are therefore remotely disconnected as early as 8 a.m. daily. The corporation is therefore advising all customers to pay outstanding bills to avoid disconnection. As we dive into today's newscast, we do see prominent businessman Sinclair Sineto Flemming Sr., also known as Billy, passing away last Wednesday, May 5th, 2021. Now, Sinclair Flemming Sr. owned and managed quite a number of businesses here in the territory, such as the SFC, Sinclair Flemming Construction, formerly SNL Construction, which has built numerous government infrastructures, dwelling homes, bridges, and other infrastructural items throughout the territory. Also, Billy's Discount Superette, located in Long Bush and Horsepath, Billy's Laundromat, located in Horsepath, and he also operated festival booths for many, many years in Roetown. Now, Mr. Flemming lived a very joyful life. He enjoyed mentoring young locals and passing on his knowledge of the construction industry. Mr. Flemming was well known in District 4, especially in the Long Bush area, for his high-spirited discussions about local politics and sports over dominoes and drinks. He is survived by his wife, Lynette Flemming, children, Dr. Bernadette McKelly, Rhonda Smith, his stepdaughter, Marcia Flemming, and, of course, Sinclair Steady Flemming, and numerous family members and friends. Funeral announcements for the late Sinclair Flemming Sr. will follow in due course. We want to extend our deepest condolences to the family and friends of Mr. Flemming Sr. As we move on, good news. Remember Nicoy Hendrickson, the young man who was actually offered a scholarship from homegrown telecommunications company, CCT? Right. Well, not only did he complete his Bachelor's of Business Administration in Finance degree at one of America's top university, he also did it in record time. Now, that included 24-hour semesters, taking up leadership roles, and might I add, getting promoted at work. So today, viewers, we sat down with the man himself to walk us through the journey, which did not come, of course, without its obstacles. So listen in. Now, you mentioned the difference in climate, but you are also attending one of the best schools in America. So let's speak a little bit about the actual university that you attended, which of course is Temple's University. What was that experience like for you in particular, just knowing that you're essentially going to school, I guess, among the best of the best?
Well, it was a very challenging experience because, like I said, you went from a classroom of 30 to a classroom of 300 students. So it's like more people want this, like you have to, in order to be number one, you're fighting amongst more people to get to that spot. Temple itself has an amazing program. There was a Fox Leadership Development Program where you got to go to different conferences within the school. Like they would bring the CEO of like people from Johnson & Johnson, people from PNC Bank, people from JP Morgan Chase, people from the big firms. They also have a very good relationship with the top 5 companies in accounting in the world, the Deloittes, the KPMGs, and so forth. Right. And those leaders were coming into my classrooms, were coming into different settings. I was able to shake hands with those people. I was able to exchange emails with those people, connect on LinkedIn with those people, as well as I had some of the top professors in the world. One of my professors actually sat on boards with President Obama, sat on boards for the defense of the U.S. In conversations with China and trade wars and all of those different things. So wow. To have that experience, to have met those people and get their perspective on the business world, get their perspective on life itself, right. Get their perspective on when they made certain moves and, not rushing because, like you said, I finished my degree rather quickly. Record time. So I finished a degree.
Didn't have much choice.
I actually graduated with 150 credits, but only 60 of those credits were transferred from HLSCC to Temple. So that's 90 credits that I completed in a span of 2 years. There were winter semesters, there were summer semesters, there were 24 credit semesters. I never stopped, I never, took a break, which is necessary. I did have burnout a few times. There were a few times where I even called Mr. Penn, I called Rikim, I called my mom, I called other friends, my father. And it's just like, hey, I need to, de-stress and take care of myself. But Temple itself is a great program.
Now, viewers, Mr. Hendrickson was actually afforded this opportunity because CCT cares about development. We also engaged with the CEO of CCT, Mr. Avrod Penn, who spoke to the importance of corporate responsibility to the company. Listening.
Well, education to me is the great equalizer. It's the thing that we can do in society to really help change people's experience and move them from one station to another. I was very fortunate to have a really great education, and it's served me well. Many times you don't even know how your education is going to serve you because you may not see it today. It may be opportunities that you have much later in life, and you'll say, I learned this thing here, or I learned that thing there, and it all kind of comes full circle. And I'm so grateful for the experience that I've had. And I know when we were developing CCT, and we've kind of come a long way in the last couple of years. Rakima Turnbull has been with me on this journey at CCT pretty much from the beginning. And we always try to figure out what are the things we can do to make ourselves kind of like a preferred employer, a place where people would want to work, and we celebrate the accomplishments of our staff, try to create opportunities internally so people can grow within the company. And we're really proud of that. So wherever we can find an opportunity to give people the training and the education to make them better, we try to take advantage of that. It's somewhat altruistic in being a good corporate citizen, but it's also, I think, good business, because the smarter your people are, the better your organization will be. Hopefully, the more money you will make. So it's not totally altruistic, but it's something that's very important to us, and it's we're really proud to have developed to a point where we could do something like this. As much as we're immensely proud of Nicoy, we're also very proud that we had grown to a point where we could have this Dreams Unlimited scholarship, and we could identify people on our staff and try to give them those opportunities.
What an inspiring journey. We want to wish Mr. Hendrickson all the best as he continues on to a very, very bright future. Now, still ahead of the break, we see BVI athletes soaring on the international stage, and the BVI School Garden, the initiative continues to grow and do very well locally. All that and so much more on today's edition of 284 News. Stick with us.
Is business slow? Cash flow down? Hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Viewers, welcome back to 284 News. Now, our BVI athletes continue to represent on the local, regional, as well as international stage. Now, this time around, we are celebrating 15-year-old Miss Adija Hodge, who is now #1 in the world. Now, get this, out of a population of 7.5 billion, she is now ranked #1. Now, today we were able to catch up with Dean, the sportsman Greenaway, of course, who spoke so eloquently not only to her win, but also the recent incredible achievements of, we also had Mr. Kyron McMaster doing well, and Mr. Eldred Henry. So listening.
Kyron McMaster ran his first 400-meter hurdles race since the 2019 World Athletic Championships, making his season debut by shaving his own national record by 0.04, while 15-year-old Adija Hodge qualified for the Georgia State High School Championships by breaking the 200 meters youth and junior records, while claiming the 100-meter and long jump victories. McMaster finished second in 47.50 seconds at the USTAF Golden Games in Walnut, California. To former Antigua and Barbuda athlete Rai Benjamin, who now competes for the USA and produced the world lead in 47.3 seconds time. McMaster shaved his personal best from 47.54 seconds, which he did on June 30th, 2018, and is now ranked number 18 in the world on the World Athletics Association all-time list. At the same competition, shot putter Eldred Henry had an unlooked-for 18.65 meter throw, that is 62 feet 1 1/4 inches, to place 9th in his first outing since the 2019 World Athletics Championships. At the high school level, Adija Hodge, 15, became the national youth and junior 200-meter record holder when she stopped the clock at 23.64 seconds in a race that had a 0.8 wind at the Georgia Class A Sectional B, Regions 3, 4, 5, and 8 Championships, and qualified for the Weekend State Championships. She moved to number 5 on the BVI all-time list and is the fastest performance by a woman this season. Hodge also advanced to the state championships in the 100 meters and long jump. She won her heat in 11.73 seconds after cutting the sand at 5.91 meters, 19 feet, 3.5 inches.
We want to extend hearty congratulations to all of them. Of course, our 15-year-old Adija Hodge, as again, Kyron McMaster continuing to do amazing things on the track. And then, of course, we have Mr. Eldred Henry with his shot put skills. We are so extremely proud. We do understand the level of dedication, commitment, sweat, and tears that goes into this. But not only that, carrying the weight of your country on your shoulders is certainly no easy task, and they continue to do it well. So we continue to wish them well. Now, as we move on, we do see the Department of Agriculture and Fisheries, the School Garden Initiative, is the recipient of an irrigation system, including an irrigation hose, fittings, emitters, and seedlings, including okra, kale, lemon basil, seasoned and bell peppers, courtesy of the 4th Garden and Plantwise VI. Now, the 4th Garden Center donated the irrigation system, while the seedlings were donated by Mr. Jamal and Mrs. Stressa Bracha of Plantwise VI as part of the Farmers and Fishers Week 2021 activities. Now, the Deputy Premier and Minister for Education, Culture, Youth Affairs, Fisheries and Agriculture, Dr. the Honorable Natalio D. Whitley, said the much appreciated donations will benefit the students of the Alexandrina Maduro Primary School by allowing them to be exposed to and work in a properly set up garden. He said, and I quote, "As a result, these students will have the knowledge and skills to set up their own gardens at their homes or even consider a career in agriculture. They will also develop a greater appreciation of how the food they eat is being produced," Honorable Whitley said. Now, the director for the Department of Agriculture and Fisheries, Mr. Theodore James, said that the department's School Garden Initiative aims to expand the learning experience beyond the traditional classroom setting. He said, and I quote, "School gardens are not only about planting, watering, and harvesting of fruits and vegetables, but they also provide many opportunities for problem solving and, of course, identifying beneficial and non-beneficial insects," Mr. James said, adding, and I quote, "They promote healthy eating by connecting growing food and healthy diets. They also increase environmental awareness." The director continued, "Obesity and malnutrition affect many children and adults around the world. To curb these behaviors, many countries are now incorporating health and nutrition curriculum alongside their school garden. They are changing the eating habits of students and kitchens at home. We must jump on board for a healthier Virgin Islands," end of quote. Mr. James has stated that the Department of Agriculture and Fisheries aims to revive school gardens and farms in all public primary and secondary schools throughout the territory. He continued, and I quote, "We have begun with the Alexandrina Maduro Primary School, and we are in the process of looking at 2 additional schools as pilots. Now, after the evaluation of the pilots, we will bring other schools on board," end of quote. Now, Director James has said that the department intends to collaborate with the Ministry of Education, principals, staff, parents and teachers association, and other sponsors, as well as the farming and fishing community, to develop a program and an argument among stakeholders during the next 12 months. He also encouraged all private schools to build or improve on their school gardens and farms. He said, and I quote, "We encourage all schools to establish a garden club, create badges and club shirts for students. Before you know it, your school can be featured at the Farmers and Fishers Week exhibition and Market Day event," he said. Now, viewers, the Department of Culture and Fisheries remains committed to ensuring the sustainable production, harvest, and supply of safe, high-quality food by regulating the agricultural and fishery sectors. Now, viewers, here we see the ministry being very committed to our schools by ensuring that we create a culture of agriculture within the schools, within the young people's minds. And we do see corporate BVI, private companies throughout the territory really lending to this cause to ensure that our children gain a greater appreciation for food and food security here in the Virgin Islands. Now, still ahead of the break, we do see the earliest tropical storm on record developing in the Eastern Pacific. And breaking news, the CARICOM leaders appoint the first female Secretary General. We have all the details right after this commercial break, so stick with us.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, you enjoy the rest of the day. customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come. Yes, Sonny.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut fun people.
It's okay. I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you? You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
The win
What in the hell?
I'm freaking out.
Is about these people.
It's always a pleasure coming to you live and direct from the...
What's poppin'? What's really good?
Davis has won it for the
Bears, welcome back to 284 News. Now, as we begin to wind down, we see the first tropical storm of the 2021 Eastern Pacific hurricane season forming off of the south coast of Mexico on Sunday. Now, Tropical Storm Andres is the earliest tropical storm to ever form during the satellite era in the Eastern Pacific, surpassing Adrian in 2017. Now, Andres also holds the distinction of developing before the official start of the Eastern Pacific hurricane season, which actually begins on May 15th. Now, viewers, this is not the first time a tropical system has developed before the official start of the hurricane season. The Eastern Pacific has had either a tropical depression or a tropical storm form prior to the official season in 3 of the last 5 years. Now, this system began developing on Friday and has since strengthened into a tropical storm. Tropical Storm Andres currently has sustained winds of 40 miles per hour and is tracking to the northwest at 6 miles per hour. Now, the National Hurricane Center said on Sunday, and I quote, "Increasing southwesterly to westerly shear and drier air to the west of the cyclone should prevent any significant additional strengthening. The system is forecasted to maintain tropical storm strength through Monday morning. Gradual weakening of the storm is forecasted to begin on Monday and the system becoming a remnant low on Tuesday while traversing the Eastern Pacific waters." Now, viewers, hurricane seasons begin early. Generally, the Pacific is not the only ocean basin that has seen pre-season tropical activity in recent years. For the last 6 years, the Atlantic has also seen at least one named tropical system formed prior to the official start of the season on June 1st. And another above-average hurricane season is expected this year. Forecasters expect another overactive hurricane season with 17 named storms. This is why the National Hurricane Center has decided that beginning this year, it will issue its routine tropical weather outlook products beginning May 15th to better serve the communities hit by early season tropical systems. Now, regardless of which ocean basin you live near, it only takes one storm for the season to be impactful. So it is very crucial to start preparing for the hurricane season right now. That can be done by reviewing your evacuation plans and, of course, ensuring your evacuation kit is up to date. Some areas that were hard hit in 2020 may still be recovering, and so some roads or bridges are still being repaired. Now, the Hurricane Center continued that by saying, you can also make a list of items to replenish hurricane emergency supplies and start thinking about how you will prepare your home for the coming hurricane season. Now, the National Hurricane Preparedness Week runs from May 9th to May 15th. when daily themes will help people plan for the upcoming season. Viewers, we do know that we here in the BVI, we live in a hurricane-prone region, and it is critical that we continue to examine what's going on in the region, but also on the international scene as well, as that very often trickles down to our part of the world right here. So just be prepared as much as possible. I'm very sure that DDM will be issuing updates shortly, but definitely something to keep on your radar. As we move on, more news from the region. History was created yesterday when Dr. Carla Barnett was appointed as the first female Secretary General of the Caribbean Community, also known as CARICOM. Now, the leaders unanimously agreed to Barnett's appointment at a special session, which was chaired by Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley. Barnett, a national of Belize, will be the first person from the country to occupy the office. She will replace Ambassador Erwin LaRoque, who is completing his second term. Now, Barnett will assume office on the 15th of August this year, 2021, and this is not the first time that Barnett created history within CARICOM, since she served as also the first female Deputy Secretary General from 1997 to 2002. Barnett has a long history of public and government service. She was formerly the Vice President of Belize as the Belize Senate and also held various ministerial posts. She also serves as Financial Secretary of Belize and the Deputy Governor of the Central Bank of Belize, that is, as well as the Vice President Operations of the Caribbean Development Bank. So a woman with quite an extensive history, of course, making history once again, being appointed by the leaders of CARICOM as the first female Secretary General. Women continue to blaze the path, and we are so happy and proud, and of course want to extend sincere congratulations to her within this new capacity. Now, viewers, that is all the time we have for today, but I want to encourage you to check out our website. Our website is 284media.com. Whatever we're unable to cover during our 30-minute newscast nightly is for sure listed on the website. So especially for my readers, this is a great opportunity for you to become au fait with what's happening on the local, regional, as well as on the international scene. If you are on Facebook, the place to follow us at is 284 Media. And if you are on Instagram and Twitter, that is 284 BVI. But for now, my name is Javon Wilson. Again, we'll see you again tomorrow for your daily dose of local, regional, and international content. This is 284 News, your source for honest and impartial news right here on 284 Media. Have a happy Wednesday. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.